In this video, we're going to go over the tools you need for making bows. There are a lot of options when making bows of how to make them. You can use your hands, of course, and then you can also use the various different kinds of bow makers and tools that can be used to make bows. So we're going to go through some of those. We're going to kind of talk about the pros and cons of these different ones and which ones work really great for beginners, more advanced, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's start with the ways that you can make the bows. So we're going to go through different types of bow makers. You will see uses with most all of these. This is the Pro Bow 4-in-1. So it has multiple pegs that you can use. It can be used to make bows. It can be used to cut ribbon. So you can see there's lots of pegs in here. This is a good bow maker, but it is heavy and it is substantially large. So it's 24 inches by about 4 inches. So it is wide enough. It does have nice big numbers on it, so you can use this to measure out your ribbon. Pro Bow the Hand also has this Pro Bow the Hand. This is a large model. As you can see, it has a lot of holes for pegs. So one of the good things is that you can really make large bows with this. It can be a little complicated, and you do have to keep up with all the pegs. It's also kind of fairly hefty and pretty large to store. So we're going to go kind of from the largest to the smallest. This is the Easy Bow Design Pro. So as you can see, it is very large. It is actually the largest. It is 27.5 inches long, and it is about 5 inches wide. You can see it has a lot of good numbers on it. It actually has a plastic piece in the middle, and then it has a spool holder right here. The great thing about this one is it is large. You can put larger ribbon on it. It's easy to see the numbers on it, and you can take this out to store it, okay? However, you would then have to take this out and put that back in every time you use it. The biggest problem with this is the size. It's not a heavy bow maker, but it is a large bow maker. Okay. This is the Easy Bow Deluxe Bow Maker. And this one is one of the original bow makers that has been around for a very long time. You may see it in blue, you may see it in a more maroon color, but it has the same thing, so it still has the markings on it to tell you, you know, what measurements you can use. It is much smaller, so it's about 3 inches wide and about 21 inches long. You can see it has the dowels in it. Okay, one for a spool holder, the two for the bow with the little one in the middle. This one is lightweight. It's definitely easier to store than these larger ones, but the only problem with this is these little dowels can come out, and if you hit it in the wrong way, you can break it off inside there. Okay, then we have the Easy Bow Stow and Go. This one does not have a spool holder, which really does not bother me at all. I don't really use spool holders, but I do like that it is wide. So it is 4 inches wide, almost 5. It does have really large numbers on it, so I can see it's only 15 inches long, and this comes out. So you can actually store this very easily. There's only one piece to really take out and put back in. It is sturdy, it's lightweight. This one is one of the easiest ones to store. It's also a very easy one to use. Then our last one is the Bodabra. Now there are other bow makers out there. Most bow makers work primarily the same. The Bodabra also pretty similar. The difference with the Bodabra is it does have a spring action in between these two columns. Now this is made of plastic, so it's not going to break off like these do. You can break it if it is dropped on the floor or something like that. It does have this little piece here that you can use to kind of push your ribbons down. You can also preload it with wire and kind of put it around back. It is very lightweight. The downfall with this one is there is no measurements at all. So you're either going to have to make something to go on it, or you're going to have to put it on a table so you can measure. That is its biggest downfall. The other downfall is that sometimes this spring will wear out, and then you're going to have to get another one. So for brand new beginners, I highly suggest you first start looking at what your budget is. This is going to be, these two are going to be the most budget friendly. Okay, the Bodabra and the Deluxe. These two will be budget friendly. This would be the next step up. Then this one and this one are about the same. And this one is going to be about the most expensive. Okay, so those are just for making the bows. You can also use your hands for making bows, and you can use pipe cleaners, you can use wire, and you can use zip ties. Now when you do make your bow, you are going to have to tie your bow off, and these are going to be your best options. Either the pipe cleaners, the wire, so you can get wire that is already pulled out. This is just floral wire, that's a straight floral wire. You can get floral wire in paddles, like these, and you can use zip ties. So the downfall with the wire is it can be a little bit cumbersome. It is a little bit more difficult to get it nice and tight, and it can break if you are doing it too tightly. So the same thing with your pipe cleaners. If you're working with thicker ribbon that is more difficult, really the zip tie is going to work the best. So that's one thing I like about the zip tie. Now I do use all of these for making bows. Okay, so for the tie in the back of the bow, I will often use pipe cleaners, or I will use wire, or I will use something like wired sisal rope or antique wire. These are thicker wires that have just been wrapped. Wire comes in a lot of different sizes. So the smaller the number, the thicker the wire. So this here is a 26 gauge. So you can see it's pretty thin. Okay. This is also a 26 gauge. So they're thinner. This is a 22 gauge, so you can see it's a little thicker. Okay. This is a 18 gauge, so you can see it is even thicker. So the thicker the wire, the stronger it is. It's also more difficult to twist it. So you just want to kind of think about that when you're getting ready to make your bows. The other things you're going to need is you're going to need some scissors. You really want to get some good scissors. The best kinds are the fabric scissors. especially the Fiskar scissors. I really like the ones with the orange handles and the ones with the gray and the orange on the inside. These work really great. You want something with a pretty good handle that is easy to open and close. These also can be sharpened. Then you're going to need a wire cutter of some kind, okay? This is kind of a typical wire cutter. This is great for just thin wires, even zip ties, and then you may need something a little bit more heavy duty. In which case, this is my favorite pair. It's just a nice pair of wire cutters. It has a lock on it, and you can see it has an opening, but it is kind of spring loaded. So it is going to cut through a lot more than this one, which really requires way more pressure with your hands. This one has an assistance with that spring in there. This is the same thing. These are Nipex. They're very expensive. You can get them from the hardware store. These are a lot less expensive. We actually have these in our shop. These are not heavy. These are heavy. But you really want to invest in a good wire cutter, a good pair of scissors, okay? Sometimes you will need a glue gun. This one is a battery operated, but you can of course get the plug-in kind. And sometimes you will need pliers. So sometimes you're going to need these pliers in order to twist something and get it in there very tightly. I also advise that you have a weaving needle. This is a plastic needle, has a large head on it, and it's really useful for putting your bows in wreaths and grapevines, centerpieces, other things like that. For certain projects, these are also going to come in handy. These are wood sticks. You can also use a pick machine, but I like to use the wood sticks to anchor my bows, sometimes in centerpieces, in memorial pieces, wedding pieces, grapevine wreaths sometimes, in other projects. So this is also something that you will need. So these are going to be the main tools you need if you work with fabric to make bows. Then another item that you might want to invest in is a rotary cutter. So you want to make sure you get a rotary cutter that has a safety feature on it. So you can see I can't get to this blade from the top of my hand where I'm going to be using it to cut. So you want to make sure you get one with a safety feature on it. But these are really great. They will cut through fabric and ribbon. So if you're ever going to do a bow with fabric, it's a really great idea to invest in one of these. The other thing you might need if you are working with ribbon that is kind of like gross grain, ribbon that kind of shreds easily, then you might want to invest in a lighter. So it is a great idea to kind of burn the edges of the gross grain ribbon. And in the next video, we will start going through some different bows that you can make with these different bow makers and some of the different ribbon that we've gone through. Make sure you ask any questions in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.